and it's a great pleasure for me to come before you tonight to talk about what we're doing here. We are planning great things, and I know you're not gonna miss them because we're gonna be starting. We're gonna start teaching about money. Now, in this series we call "Teach Me Money." Today, coming to introduce to you what we're gonna talk about, and the theme tonight is called "Build and Grow Your Wealth." Build and grow your wealth. This is gonna be part of our series of teaching conferences and different events we're gonna have throughout the year. And I'm inviting you to be a part of this. Folks, this is something that's gonna change your life, and I tell you, don't miss this. Well, we're gonna start our first event on April 7th. On April 7th, we're gonna have what we call the Financial Power Forum. It will be a concert. Coach Greb will be there, and Coach Greb will also sign his books. It will be book signing. So I want you to come and be there because we're gonna have a book signing for the book. You probably know, you heard about it already. The book called "The Triumph of Audacity." As you can see, these people around me here are people who have been audacious enough to go and do that which we're called to do, and they build wealth from scratch. These people are names that we talk about all the time. As you can probably see, this studio here is called GOAT, Great of All Time. And these people here, I'm surrounded by the GOAT, meaning people who made it, the great of all time. Bill Gates, we have Jack Ma from Alibaba, Zuckerberg, we have here Michael Jordan, Sean Combs, we have Henry Ford, we have Elon Musk, we have Warren Buffett here, David Stewart. All these people here are the people who made it. They built wealth from nothing. And those people today, they are legends we can't tire from talking about. The question is, will you be the next one? Will you be the next legend to be on this wall? Folks, let me tell you, you have the capacity, the ability, and the tools. And that's what we are going to talk about today in this show, on this show. But in the meantime, I will just invite some of you who have not registered yet. Let me just make sure that you guys are logged on and follow us. So let me go quickly, invite more people to come here to this show. Now, invite your friends, invite your folks to be a part of this. Invite them to come and join FinanTV. If you don't know what it is, go to YouTube, FinanTV Live. I'm trying to now share this link here. But folks, yeah, so I'm trying to get you to log in now. Well, let me get started. Folks, as I said, we are here tonight to talk about the Financial Power Institute. As you all know, this is FinanTV, meaning the financial TV, where we come to empower you and help you broadcast your vision. This was created with you in mind, and what we do here, we inspire to empower you. So we are coming here, everything that is said here and done here is done with great intention. Our goal, our mission, our calling is to make you rise. We think that by making you rise, we can rise with you. So by raising you, we rise with you. And tonight we're going to talk about something that will probably impact you and change your life. I know probably you're working somewhere you don't like. You're probably on a job you hate. You're probably somewhere in a position you don't want to be in. You've probably been working hard and wondering why. Oh, what have I done with all this time? And you've done all this and you don't see any future. You're wondering what's going to happen. Is this it? I know many of you are frustrated certainly, and you don't want to be in that position. You want to change it. Some of you are crying, bucket of tears, ocean of tears with no one to help you. And you're wondering, what have I done with my life? Some of you probably in your 60s, and you have not accomplished that which you were capable of accomplishing. Some of you are probably young, but already started struggling with the different things that I call a bootleg dream. There's a better way. And the better way is tonight. Start tonight. Tonight, as a calling, I have a duty and a fiduciary duty, I said, to talk to you. Because if I don't do it, then I will have disobeyed. The same way you should not disobey that which we are called to do upon this earth. So tonight, welcome to Coach Greb's Financial Power Institute. Let's get started. Folks, how do you build and grow wealth? Now, the first question we're going to ask is, what is wealth? Of course, what is wealth? Well, there's a great confusion or misconception about wealth. And if there is a great misconception about the definition, of course, the corollary of that is that there are going to be a lot of misconception in its building. So let's clarify that first quickly. See, folks, we have to define wealth so we understand if we talk about the same thing. Wealth is not money. That's the first thing you want to know. You see, a lot of people confuse wealth with money. Money is a great thing. Some people say, well, money is a source of evil. Well, that's not what the Bible says. That's not true. Poverty, on the contrary, is a source of all misery. So we put that to the side. That's another day. We're going to talk about another day. But today, let's ask, what is the definition of wealth? Wealth is anything, is money, of course, anything that makes you happy, that brings you joy and fulfillment that money cannot buy. You see, from that standpoint, we have money and everything else that brings you happiness and fulfillment that money cannot buy. So, let's continue. Let's look at it this way. Steve Jobs has plenty of money. Steve Jobs couldn't buy health. Somebody who has money but who has a ill health is not wealthy. He is rich. He's not wealthy. Somebody who acquires money illicitly is not wealthy. That money is just a problem. That person just has money, but not wealth. Someone who is dishonest and dishonestly acquire money, as I said, is not wealthy. So politicians, those people, crooked people who have amassed money, are simply have money, but they're not wealthy. So what's wealth? And how do we build wealth? Let's get started. I first want to put this something to rest. A lot of the misconception about money has been, running the street, and I want to tell you and caution you about the ill teachings. The ill teaching that makes you believe that, hey, this is what you're going to pursue. And if you pursue this, you're going to become rich or wealthy. We confuse those two terms. And today I made the clear definition, a clear distinction. So number one, people think, oh, if I go to school, get a degree, then I will become rich or wealthy. Well, my friend, I tell you, education is nothing but teaching you systems. Teaching you, I call that structure. But education in itself cannot make you wealthy. Otherwise, the professors at Harvard University, all those, I could say, emeritus professors will be wealthy. And no, that's not where you find wealth. Your education will not help you. The evidence of that is one of these two guys, right? Or two of these guys, one Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg are billionaires, and none of them finished college. Even started college, can I say? Because they left in after a few months or a few years. So basically, that's not where you find wealth. Some people say, well, the American dream, buy a house. If you buy a house, well, your house is going to make you money. Well, my friend, I tell you, your house is a liability. Your house is the largest form of a liability. Now, if you know the word mortgage, that simply means mortgage. A French word means a death pledge. Meaning when you have a mortgage, you simply mortgage your life. Now you unleash to produce money to pay for that house. That is now wealth. Number two, if I invest in the stock market, I will build wealth. Well, that's not true. You see, the guru tell you that if you invest in the stock market, you can only enrich Tesla's owner or CEO. Because when you buy those stocks, because you demand that, you increase his wealth. He becomes a multi-billionaire, and you going to be suffering because the value is going to go down as it went down seriously. Some people say, well, if I work hard and I have a pension or retirement, well, I'll be happy in the retirement. Wrong. Over half of the people who prepare for retirement are underfunded retirement account. You cannot build wealth in a retirement with retirement account. My job, well, if I get promotion, I will certainly become wealthy. My friend, that again is a misleading statement. No, your job is simply a gulag, a place where you go to produce and to produce wealth for somebody else. You will not become wealthy with a job. Well, my account, if I save money, my savings account will make me wealthy. Again, I tell you that is a misconstrued truth, because that money that stays in the bank is dead money. You know why? Because the bank pays you 0.3%, while inflation runs at 6, 7, 8%, meaning that your money is dying. What does it mean? Look at it this today. You take $1,000 you put in a bank, right? The bank gonna take that money. You know what they're gonna do with it? They're going to invest it somewhere, and they're gonna slap you with a 0.3% for being an idiot. Guess what? They're gonna take that money and make more money. But while your money stays in the bank, when they come back, your money didn't stay there because they use it. But when you come back and ask them, they're gonna say, "Oh, that money they're gonna give back to you. Oh, I got my $1,000." But guess what? Your $1,000 has lost purchasing power, meaning that your loaf of bread that used to cost $1 now costs $1.08. You need more money to afford that loaf of bread. Your money has shrunk. So savings account is not the right place. Wealthy people don't have a savings account. They have brokerage account, my friend. So how do I build wealth? Well, here's where we are here today. We're here to tell you. Now look at yourself. Look at yourself. You are a masterpiece. You are God's craftsmanship. God made you perfect. When He built you and sent you upon this earth, you received a DNA of wealth in you. Because the Bible says, go and multiply, control the earth, right? Lord over the earth, do whatever, but multiply. Many of us came here upon this earth, and what we do multiply, but we multiply in the inverse direction, meaning our multiplication goes in somebody's pocket. Each one of us received one thing, a seed, and we should find a land, the soil to plant on. Most people bury the seed, and they go to labor in other people's gulag, and they become dementia workers for life. They do that from generation to generation, building into the coffer of those who are smart enough to create systems. So my friend, if you think that the way you build wealth is to go and get a job, and with the pretense, I had to feed my family, I had to put food on the table, yes, you will keep on putting food on the table, and that's what God said, that is the least. If all of you came to do upon this earth is to put food on the table, my friend, you will never be wealthy. You will never be rich either, because you will simply be somebody's dementia worker. So how do we build wealth? Again, I say, so look into you. God put something in you. Each person, no one can say, I did not receive anything. Each person will receive, it can be in different measure, but we all receive that we call talent. Look around you. Those people will build great lives, who became famous, who became wealthy, who impacted the world. They used one thing called the gift, the divine gift, the natural talent. The natural talent is that seed that you receive to be of use upon this earth. You receive that seed, so when you come here, you plant that seed in the fine soil, the right soil, and it shall produce tree. It shall produce the fruit, or produce a fruit that not you, but the whole humanity will benefit from. Look at this guy, William H. Gates. He's not an angel. I did not say he was an angel, but he did one thing. He, thanks to him and other people, a child cannot use a mouse and surf the internet, or can use the mouse. We don't need some special skills to use a computer. He made a computer pervasive. We can use computer in any part of our lives. That is called using your gift to create value for humanity. You see, you receive that talent to create value for humanity. And humanity say, hey, you create value, we cherish, we value what you create. Humanity say, let's reward you for that. That's how you create wealth. You create wealth by using your God-given talent, a value to humanity, creating something, and that talent will make a way for you. My friend, that is the way. You can go online and follow the guru to say, well, I just made so much money on the Amazon, or I made so much money on the YouTube, or so and so. Pursue everybody, create videos and spend your time trying to create video instead of finding your talent and focusing on that talent, building an enterprise around that talent, and let the word reward you because you're creating value. My friend, that's all it is. Henry Ford created a car. The Wright brother created a plane. John D. Rockefeller, he created Standard Oil. It's these people that did so much with their life. You see, John D. Rockefeller said, if your plan to make money is to make money, that's going to be poor. Your plan is to make a good contribution to humanity. And as you make good contribution to humanity, you are rewarded by humanity. The universe is a very efficient system. You are only going to be receiving that which you put in humanity. If you put nothing, you get nothing back. It is what we call the law of giving and receiving. A lot of people are consumers, receivers. They're not producers. The only production they do is in somebody's gulag. Then you are going to help produce somebody's family wealth. You will never build wealth doing that. My friend, so the key, again, to produce wealth is to use your natural gift. How do you grow that natural gift and turn it into a system? Number one, you need to create a system, an enterprise. That's where you come in. Well, you create your talent. You use your talent to create a business. All these people, when they had that genius in them, they didn't just talk about it and sit around with it. They created a system. Look at Sean Combs. He is a billionaire today. Look at Michael Jordan. How many basketball players played basketball and never become billionaire? But Michael Jordan was able to become a billionaire because he turned his talent into an enterprise. And that is how you make money, my friend. So let's come back to that. You have a talent, discover your talent, and build wealth around it. You see, what we do is that we choose our talent, and we are so busy with other things, looking to put money on the table. We don't really do that. Number one, when you find your talent, commit your life to it. That's number one. Commit your talent to it. Anything else, abandon everything else. When I discovered my talent that, I can have a gift of communication and writing and speaking, I told myself, you know what? I will just create an enterprise around it. I started with my one microphone. I started in my garage, by the way. That's what I had in my office. Then when I said I wanted to move, I took this place. I created one camera. I bought one camera, and I bought another camera. Today, I have a whole system to create an online system. I create another system where I do conferences. I create a television. I create a publishing company. All that in the same thing. So you use your talent to create a system. Number two, you cannot do it by yourself. Nobody creates his own wealth. Remember that. Nobody creates his own wealth. So the next thing is to find a system. When you create that system, you have to leverage other people's talent. You have to leverage other people's talent. You see, we are living in a very complex business world. You cannot say you have all the resources. That's why you have to look at other people, hire other people. That's why we say today, when we say self-made millionaire, I say network made millionaire. Because you have other people who come to contribute. When we talk about Zuckerberg with Facebook, we know that first Zuckerberg did not create Facebook, but he knows he was the smartest one. But what he did was that he used the other people who came there. I can't remember the twin brothers. He also used Severin, right? The guy from Brazil, with whom they built this system. It was not alone. His own sister, okay, all contributed to building this system. Now today, he's doing all that. If you know somebody called is not passed on, but if you know about Don Valentine created Sequoia Capital. Sequoia Capital invests in businesses like Airbnb, in Youre, created in even Atari, even Apple, all these big companies. One person, but he was not alone. He used other people. He leveraged the power of people. You have to leverage the power of people if you want to build wealth. Because people make people. Things don't make people. Money doesn't make people. People make people. Folks, when you have created that, remember, your goal is that you want to expand. You see, that which doesn't expand shrinks. And you have to put your system not on you, but on autopilot. You see, if right now I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a startup, so I have to be here all the time. But when I grow, maybe I won't need to be here because I will clone myself. I will give what I know to other people. We're gonna expand this. You see, when Microsoft, when McDonald's was created, do you think McDonald's could have reached China? Could have reached the West Indies? No. But by the power of cloning itself through its network of a franchisee, McDonald's can find itself in any place, at any place on the planet. Same thing for Coca-Cola. All those people clone themselves. That's called the power of leverage. You clone yourself and you share the wealth with other people. That's how you expand. So you cannot shrink, but you expand when you let other people enter your system. Now, when you do create wealth, think of this. You see, we live in a world of multiplication. How do you multiply your wealth? You probably heard about the giving pledge. When Bill Gates was creating that giving pledge, he only had $60 billion. But today, his wealth grew multifold, double, because he created a system of giving. Giving is receiving. There is a magic power in giving. So when you create wealth, number one, you always think of giving to those who cannot give you. But the best way to give is to show other people how to do what they do. You see, Andrew Carnegie did not think that giving philanthropy is not giving money, but philanthropy is helping people help themselves. And this same idea was shared by this guy here, Jack Ma, who believed that philanthropy is getting people to utilize their God-given potential. So giving back what you have received is a way to help people. Folks, you have to do this because, you see, a lot of people think they can choose a system. No, the next thing you need to do is to be in line with the universe. The universe hates crookedness. People who use crookedness will never build wealth. They will never build wealth because life will catch up with them. To grow your wealth, you have to be a man, a woman of integrity, a woman and a man of sobriety. If you're not sober, you will dwindle, you will spend that money. You're going to stay with one generation. That's called rich people. Rich people's wealth stay with one generation. Wealthy people's wealth go across generations. And you can see John Rockefeller's wealth crossed 6 generations. The Walmart's wealth crossed 3 generations, and it continues. The Rothschild wealth crossed several generations. That's how you build wealth, my friend. So if you want to build wealth, you have to be a man, a woman of integrity. Your universe will reward you for doing that. And lastly, when you're building wealth, you're never building wealth for yourself. You're building wealth Most people will build wealth. You see that they're not interested in money because money was never the first reason they went into business. They build wealth because they want to leave a legacy. Legacy means that who is going to benefit from you? Who are you trained? Who have you trained to do that? Mostly it will be family. So you see, for the money to cross generation, you have to educate your children to clone you, and so that they can receive what I call the family culture of excellence, so that your children can do what you are doing and better than you can. You see, when the Levi gene was created, it didn't stay at the level where it was. Those children who came after Levi perfected it. That's what wealthing is about. So when you do build wealth, that building as a family where you create a legacy, you have to train your children to clone you, to do what you do, but do it better than you. Because you see, in some communities, wealth stays with one generation. I could not call that wealth. Money stays with that one generation, and the next generation has to suffer to start over. In some cultures or some ethnic groups, it's a perpetual renewal or restarting over. They come, grandpa didn't build anything. They have to start over. They go, they live, they dwindle everything, they take everything away. They squander all the wealth they built or the money they built, and the next generation has to build again. That is now called wealth. Wealth is started by one generation and perfected and perpetuated in a subsequent generation. You want to become wealthy? You need to use your God-given talent. Learn to do it in a network. Do that irrespective and independent of your presence, mean put it on autopilot. Do that for the benefit of many. Do that by being disinterested, and do that by making sure that you live a legacy, a family legacy that can perpetuate your wealth from generation to generation. Folks, I can say more, but we are limited by time. I will stop here for now, and I say you want to sign up to this channel because we have so much to say and so much to teach. On April 7th, we're going to have what we call our first Financial Power Forum, where it will be a concert, and Coach Greb will come and sign his book, The Triumph of Audacity, and we're going to talk about the way you can build wealth. Every Tuesday, I'll be here talking about money. That's called Teach Me Money with the Financial Power Institute. For now, I will say thank you, and go ahead, if you have not signed up yet and subscribe to our channel, go and subscribe with FinanTV Live at Yahoo, FinanTV Live on Yahoo, or FinanTV Live on YouTube, on Facebook, on any channels on the platform. We have FinanTV Live. Today, it's been a great pleasure to share this moment with you, and I'm looking forward to meet you again. But for now, I will say thank you, and I'll see you next Tuesday at the same time to teach you more. Next time, we're going to talk about the 7 pillars of wealth. What are the 7 pillars you need to get started with? You see, our institute teaches you the different the strategies. And next Tuesday, we will talk about the 7 pillars to build your first million. For now, bye-bye, and see you again.